Good morning, everyone. Today, I would like us to discuss about the difference between the simple interest and compound interest, and to see uh, how one can actually use the simple or the compound interest to generate future incomes. Now, the aim is to actually compare both and see which one between the two seem to be the more appropriate in terms of a young investor or someone that's just starting his investing journey. And as you can see, I've used some color code situation like the light blue here, or the blue sky, will be mainly used when we're talking about a simple interest situation. The yellow or the brown, the light brown here, will be used to refer to situation where we have the compound interest, and the condition for these are the one that I mentioned on top here. As you can see, we have a deposit of 1,000 rand. The yearly interest is going to be 6%, and the monthly interest will be 5%. So we're talking about you depositing money and the interest that you're earning on that money. So I kind of searched and I used some sort of average. It was they were even 4% yearly, but I decided to go for 6 because it gave me a nice round figure that I can work with. And then the period here that we're going to exercise on will be simply 1 year or 12 months. So as you can see here, I've already kind of pre-populated my table. I have from Jane to December here, and that's the amount that I'm going to deposit, which is 1,000 rand, using the simple interest approach. And this is what I'm going to be earning every single month, right? So for me to get this answer, I actually use the monthly interest rate of 0.5%, which I put here, right? And as per the compound one, it's again as well 1,000 rand that we're starting with. See, as you can see here, we're starting on the 1st of June, and the interests are actually earned at the end of the month. All right, end of each month. So you can see here, go back to simple interest. If you deposit 1,000 the 1st of June, at the end of the first month, if you are earning 6% per year, which is 0.5% per month, you're going to be earning the first month at the end of June 5 rand. And because the simple interest, the capital does not change, it remains the same. It remains the same 1,000 rand. So it makes sense that the interest that you're going to earn for year month number 2 will be as well 5 rand, and so forth for the third and the fifth, or the fourth and the fifth month. So, and now for you to show you how we quickly did that, I'll come here quickly and I'll say how do I work my interest. It's equal to the capital that I have here and multiply by the interest rate. You can type it or you can just select on the cell which I have already set there on top, and as you can see, my answer will be 5%. So and I will repeat that for the month of December. My capital multiply with my interest. Again, there it gave me the 5%. So you can see here that for the last two columns that I put, or cells, you can see that my total interest earned, as you can see in this line, interest earned will be a total of 60 rand, right? So which is simply 5 rand times 12 months, right? And when you do it properly, you can see that what I did here, I type out this cell which allow me to work out the interest that I've earned over the 12 months, right? Which is again 6%, which makes sense because we have already set the condition of 6% per year. So that's just a verification method. Now, as per the compound interest approach, you can see here that I have also started populated my cell, and with the compound interest, you will notice something, that my capital keep changing every single month, and that's a simple reason. Not the same. That's actually the purpose of the compound interest. You have an ever-changing capital, right? An evolving capital, if I may say. And simply because the interest that you earn will not be the same every single month. In month number 1, which is June, you can see that the capital was 1,000, the interest is 5 rand. Now in month number 2, because with the compounding method, whatever you earn is being added to the initial capital. So it means that in month number 2, which is February, you see my capital is no longer 1,000, it's now 1,005 rand. And then it means that the interest now that you earn for that month is no longer 5 rand, it's 5 rand and 3 cents, right? Which is 5,03, and so on, so forth. Now, I'm going to quickly take you back to the last two columns. So how do I work out my capital in November, knowing that I had a capital of 1,045 rand and 91 cents in October, and I have earned for that an interest of 5,23 rand. So my capital in November will be equal to the capital that I started with in November plus, in October, plus the interest that I earned at the end of October. So it means that my capital that I'm going to start now in November will be 1,000 rand and 51, 1,051 rand and 14 cents. So now, how am I going to work out the interest for that same period? I'm going to take the capital for that and I will multiply with my interest rate, which is again 0.5%. And then you can see that my capital interest now for that month will be 526, which is a bit higher compared to what we earned in November and the previous month. So I will now repeat the same operation for the last month, December. The capital that's starting with in December will be the capital that I started with in November plus the interest that I earned in November, and the capital for the month of December will be 1056, and the interest that you earn on that will be 1056 multiplied by 0.5% again. So you can see that it has all gone up, right? So now again, you can see that already from the point of view, you can see that we end up earning more interest using the compound interest. So we are earning 61,68 compared to 60 rand in the simple interest. Someone will tell me, oh, but it's just 1,000 rand, right? It's just 1 rand extra. Yes, that is true, because we are now dealing with 1,000, right? But you will notice that if I quickly come back here, and that's important for you to notice, let me change this starting capital, for example, from 1,000, let me just put 100,000 for instance, right? Look what's happening. I'm automatically having 6,000 here. Now let's come back here and do the same thing and then use now 100,000 as well. And then look at what's happening. You see, I'm now earning 167. You're still going to say, oh, but it's not enough. That's true. But the whole idea is to show you that the compound interest computation generate more in terms of return compared to the simple interest, right? I will now do a separate video to show you the difference between investing using a recurrent payment, right, which is a recurrent monthly payment, over investing a lump sum. Okay, I think that's all for today, and I will see you on the next clip.